Tad Jones, at the time, it was called Tadeo Jones. It's based on these children's books that are very popular in Spain. And then they were made into these little shorts by Enrique Gatto, who's the director. And they were just these visual, very little, all just music and visuals. And it was basically about a construction worker who wants to be like Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. So Tadeo Jones is like Indiana Jones. It was kind of a spoof. And he has a dog and gets into misadventures.
So how did you go about first looking at those and thinking about stretching that out into a feature?
Well, basically what happened was they tried to write the script, and he asked me to read it, and I thought it didn't. I felt like it had a lot of problems, because when you go from a short that is visually amazing, and the short that they made it's won Goya Awards and it got a lot of acclaim. But when you go from a short that's 10 minutes with no dialogue and you want to turn it into a whole movie, suddenly there's all different requirements, like backstory and character development and plotting. And so the way El Toro Pictures is structured, they finance half of their movies and then they have to get the financing for the other half. So he was having trouble raising the rest of the money because people didn't like the script. Mm-hmm. They're like, we love the short, but So he asked me, I had a lot of notes and I had strong ideas. When I say strong, I don't mean that I'm brilliant, just strong ideas. Like I had strong opinions about what I thought it needed. And so that's when he said, well, what if I pay you? Why don't you become the writer? It's like a page one rewrite. And I said, well, you'd have to join the WGA and it would have to be in English. And he said, I want it to be in English. It needs to be a global product and it needs to be in English. And so they joined the Writers Guild, and I did the rewrite, and then all the financing came pretty quickly. And so now, 3 years later, the movie's finished, or just about finished. There's still scoring and mixing and a few things, but it's coming out in September, and Paramount's releasing, and it's in 3D, and it's turned into a big thing, which started very small.